Hello everyone, Dylan here. This is definitely gonna be a part one to our Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track ranking. We got ourselves all the tracks in the game. Um, so without further ado, I guess saying without further ado adds more ado. Anyways, let's get started with Mario Kart Stadium. As a starter course, it's great. It introduces the gimmicks perfectly fine, and that's pretty much about it. I'm gonna say it's B tier. Actually, it's got some good qualities, but it's held back by being a starter track. But it's better than C tier because C tier is basically the definition of mid. I don't know why this person included a double S. That feels kind of redundant. Well, actually, maybe I should reorder the tiers. Maybe I should rename the tiers to be a bit more accurate to what I think the tracks would be. Yeah, we're gonna move this up to B tier. If there's a track that I think would be above S tier, I'll create it later, but I genuinely don't. I don't think there's gonna be anything I'm gonna be like, oh wow, this is so much better than S tier. There's also a bit of spread. 2 tiers between C and S, 2 tiers between C and F. That's a pretty good divide, isn't it? Water Park is pretty underwhelming. Not the worst thing in the world, but it's pretty underwhelming for a second track. The only credit I can give is that it introduces the water gimmick. Fine, I guess, but other than that, it's underwhelming. I mean, that's a pretty generic opinion, right? Actually, I think it's actually S tier. I'm just kidding, it's an E tier. This is definitely really bad. Sweet, Sweet Canyon. Pretty much the epitome of, oh my goodness, this is slightly more mid than Mario Kart Stadium. It's got the theme going for it, but I mean, I guess it does have the glider section, but Mario Kart Stadium already introduced the gliding mechanics. Yeah, I'm not gonna go over every track in perfect detail, but this is just my ranking. Alright, so next up is Thwomp Ruins, and I'm gonna say this is a solid track. Does it go in S tier, though? Does it go in S tier? That's what we're gonna be wondering. It's a really good track, probably better than Mario Kart Stadium, in my opinion, but is it S tier? I don't know. I'm gonna put it to A tier, and we'll come back to it in our final rankings. Mario Circuit. This is a Mobius strip. As such, anti-gravity is basically fundamental to this track. I don't know, I think it's gonna have to be C tier. It's not worse than anything before. The Mobius strip gives anti-gravity a really good use. Mobius strip finally gives it a good use. Well, I guess good as in not being restricted to walls or a very underwhelming use of it. It's just a circuit track with not much to it. Toad Harbor. I mean, I like the track, but is it... I think I'm gonna give it B tier because it's got a lot going for it, but I don't think it's as good as Thwomp Ruins. And it might be better than Mario Kart Stadium, though. But, I mean, not by much. Not by enough to put it into a higher tier. I think the only reason why it's above Mario Kart Stadium is despite the fact that it's not filling out a star role, it's actually somewhat I don't know. Let's move on. Twisted Mansion. Probably underrated. In that, yeah, everyone says it's bad, but I think it's alright. I think B hair suits it. It's got some variety, but am I underrating the shit out of it? I don't know if I'm underrating the shit out of it. We'll come back to it in the ending rankings. Shy Guy Falls. Yeah, this is S tier. We all love Shy Guy Falls here. Yeah, this is absolutely a great use of anti-gravity. Actually kind of fun. And honestly, really good use of the mechanics of the game other than water because there's nothing to use it for. Dolphin Shoals. Honestly, if Dolphin Shoals and Water Park got their positions swapped with the track layout changing to account for that, I think it would have been a much better fit. But as for now, this is A tier. Mostly being carried by the comedy of this being in Water Park's place, or Water Park being in its place. What the fuck am I even talking about? Yeah. Electrodrome. Nobody's gonna argue with this, right? Wait, is it better than Shy Guy Falls? I don't know. What the hell is going on outside? Anyways, yeah, Electrodrome's S tier. We'll look at it afterwards. Mount Wario. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with this being the best so far. Ain't nobody gonna argue with that, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, now we got ourselves Cloud Top Cruise. I think this is definitely high A. Not sure if it's an S tier, but we'll come back to it when we get back to it, but, yeah, for sure. What the hell is going on outside? I genuinely don't know. Yeah, cool track, but, Bone Dry Dunes. I mean, I don't think it's bad as Water Park, but, I don't know, still kind of mid. Or, well, I guess mid would imply that it's C tier, but even the C tier is better than this, so. Yeah. Hate to do it to a Mario Kart 8 original, but, I don't know. Don't like it that much. Bowser's Castle. Either high A or low S. I'm gonna put it into low S. We'll come back to it when the time comes, but, Rainbow Road is definitely the high A. It's got a unique theme for a Rainbow Road being in a space station, but this isn't Space Station Road, this is Rainbow Road. That's the argument everyone says, isn't it? But honestly, I think it works in a way that it shouldn't. I don't know. Now we're on to the retros, or at least the first set of them. Moo Moo Meadows. Liked it in Mario Kart Wii. Still like it in Mario Kart 8. Still gonna put in probably a middle of B tier. I don't know. Mario Circuit GBA. Wow, another mid track. Although it's probably better because it's definitely better than when it would have been on GBA. I will put it above 8's Mario Circuit because, or actually I don't know. I'm not putting it any lower because at least it uses anti-gravity in a way that makes sense. Cheap beach. Probably middle of B tier. Probably above Moo Meadows, but not by much. I don't know. Not much I can say about it. Uses underwater, driving well, but other than that, not much I can say. Tarts Turnpike. Probably the most mid track in the game. Actually, never mind. Dry Desert has a beat with mid. Oh, I think Toad's Turnpike might be better because at least it's unique with the cars. Donut Plains 3. I'm gonna say, not better than Mario Kart Stadium, but still still good in B tier. Royal Raceway. I would have put it into S tier had we been able to drive to the castle, but since we can't, we're gonna put it into high A. DK Jungle. Where do I put this? I'm gonna put in low A, or not S, but A. I'll change my mind when we get to. I'll change my mind later if we get to that point. Wario Stadium. Good remake. I'm gonna put this into middle of A. Sherbet Land. This course is like very mid. I don't know why. I'm gonna say better than Mario Circuit, but not much else I could say. Music Park. I don't think we need an explanation for why it's. I don't think we need an explanation for why it's S tier. Everybody knows it's S tier. Yoshi Valley. I'm gonna say it's high A. Is that a good place? Probably. Tick-tock clock. Another A tier. Another A tier. Piranha Plant Slide. The worst track in the entire game. I'm just kidding. This is S tier. Probably low S actually, but still S. Grumble Volcano. Definitely are so. We got so many tracks in the high tiers. I wonder if there's gonna be any dip in qualities at all. But we're gonna be talking about the base game in 8 Deluxe as well as Wii U DLC, I guess. Rainbow Road 64. Is definitely S tier. Is it better than Mount Wario though? Is it better than Mount Wario? I'm gonna leave it there. We'll see later on. Yoshi's Circuit. Did you know it's in the shape of a Yoshi? So I'm gonna say probably B tier if it had both of the Wii U, if it had both of the GameCube shortcuts. I would have probably put it higher, but as it's still a really good track. Excite Bike Arena. The only thing it has going for it is RNG, but literally nobody notices it, so it's still F tier. At least tricking off the ramps is fun, but there's really not much stuff. There's really no substance to it at all. Ring Driftway. A tier. Mute City. I don't think anyone's gonna be arguing when I say S tier. Probably better than Shy Guy Falls, but I don't know if I can put any higher. Warriors Gold Mine. I think this one deserves like high A. I don't know if anyone's gonna argue with that, but someone probably will. I don't care anyway. Super Rainbow Road. It's visually impressive, but other than that, it's got tough competition. It's got really tough competition. Low A for now. We might change your place. Ice Ice Outpost is the first DLC track that I'm gonna say is very mid. Like, the most mid. It's by far the most mid track we have ever seen in the game so far. Like, oh cool, it's got yellow and green pathways. Cool. Now we have overlapping identities with a future track, which isn't its fault, but I mean, come on. Hyrule Circuit. Probably high A for now, but we might change it later. But it does have some really cool attention to details, though. You know what? Fuck it. Low S for now. Baby Pork. Easiest F tier in my life. It's the worst track in the game. The only reason why people like it is because of the items. If it wasn't for the items, everyone would realize how shitty Baby Park is. In fact, I've got proof in that Mario Kart DS literally shows us how people feel about the track without the items. So there. Wait, did I forget about Why is Sunshine Airport of all things this late in our ranking? Why the fuck did we miss out on Sunshine Airport? Yeah, this is high A. Why was Sunshine Airport put into these images so late? Shit, man. I'm gonna have to look through the booster course pass to see what tracks I've played. I mean, obviously I played the tracks that are in Mario Kart Wii, but we're ranking these based off how I feel about them in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, so it's not really fair for me to rank Mushroom Gorge of all tracks, because I haven't played it yet. I mean, well, I have played it in Mario Kart Wii, but I haven't played it in 8 Deluxe, because I haven't gotten the booster course pass. Anyways, we're not talking about that. We're going to save the booster course pass for part 2, if I ever play it. Cheeseland. Probably somewhere in A tier. It's got tough competition, but, I mean, yeah. Wildwoods. Oh, I'm gonna say high A, maybe low S. I'm gonna say low S, actually, because fuck you, I like the track a lot. Animal Crossing. I'm gonna say I'm only gonna put it into B tier because it's got a lot of attention to detail, but other than the attention to detail to Animal Crossing itself, it's kind of mid. Neo Bowser City. People would probably only put it really low because of a skill issue, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna put it into like somewhere in middle of S. Ribbon Road. I don't think I've ever seen anyone hate on Ribbon Road, and that's because I don't hate it either. It might be high S. Super Bell Subway. Probably middle of A tier. It's not the worst, not the best, but yeah. I'm really underselling it, aren't I? Big Blue. Actually might be my favorite track in the game. Despite it not even being a Mario track. Whoa, it's an F-Zero track? Really? That franchise has been dead for a long time when Mario Kart Deluxe released. I'm gonna look through this, see if I'm missing anything, because Sunshine Airport was missed really early. Looks like I'm not missing anything. I haven't played these tracks in 8 Deluxe. I'm gonna go put this last. Yeah, here's my tier list so far. Do I want to change anything? All the S tiers. Yeah, they all look like they belong in S. Well, Rainbow Road is better than Mount Wario. No, I don't think so right now. I might change my mind when I do the booster course pass ranking. Yeah. What about A tiers? Honestly, I might move this up a bit. Quite a bit. I don't know. SNES Rainbow Road. Actually, I'm thinking probably moving it down to high B. Speaking of B tiers, I don't see anything I want to change. C tiers, yeah, I think maybe Sherbetland probably could go above Animal Crossing, honestly. Yeah, and I think everything below C, I have a reason for it. Alright, yeah, what do you think of this tier list? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it completely awful and garbage and that I need to change my views to match whatever arbitrary views you have for whatever arbitrary reasons you have? Go ahead and comment down below. I'm not gonna, I may or may not agree with you, but, yeah, well, actually, there's a low chance of me agreeing with you if you have a different opinion with me, even if I can see your point. Like, if you say that Baby Pork is the best track of all time, I mean, first of all, I'm gonna think you're ridiculous, but you're gonna need some huge-ass proof, because look at all the competition Baby Pork has if you're considering it the best track in the game. Look at all the competition it has. Now, even look at all the competition it has to even be considered a good track in the game. Look at all the competition it has. I think even Excite Bike Arena is better because at least it has some sort of factor for it being random. And yeah, the game looking, all these tracks looking amazing, that's a fucking given. I wonder if any of that's gonna change at some point. Yeah, no, I don't think it's gonna change because Mario Kart 8 Deluxe might actually be one of the best looking games that Nintendo's ever made. I don't. I can't keep this fit going, mate. I am genuinely gonna be dreading the booster course pass once I start playing it. Not only because the earlier waves look like ass, but by the time we get to the later waves, there are gonna be so many cities, and I'm gonna be tired of seeing the cities in general. Yeah, not much else I can say. So yeah, there's my Mario Kart 8 Deluxe track ranking, based only off the base game and DLC of the Wii U version. Cause I'm like poor as shit. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. Bye. Tell me if you disagree. Bye.